Yeah, I get it. Hello, folks. My name is Wayne Bolden. It is hump day. It is Wednesday. I'm here in the studio having a bunch of fun and I'm doing some handicapping. As always, please turn your closed captions on for us. And remember, if you've never subscribed to our channel, please do so. Great way to support us, as well as liking our videos. And of course, if you ever want to support us financially, you can also buy a SpeedKing of coffee. You'll see it down in the descriptions there where you can do so. And remember, tip sheets are available. Our all stakes tip sheets this weekend. A lot of stake races are on the tip sheets this weekend. 12, 14. They're only 15 bucks. Another great way to support us. If you email us at speedking24@yahoo.com, we have 5 payment methods that you can get it over to us for sure. And we got a really, really nice ROI. I have people that will vouch in that respect for sure. And if you ever want a whole cart, full cart tip sheet for any one particular track, they're $20. Email us again, speedking24@yahoo.com. You can also text me at 732-804-0637. That way you get to me right away for sure. Great way to support us, please, for sure. Big weekend coming up. Well, all eyes are on Fairgrounds, of course, the Louisiana Derby, but we're going to take a look at race number 9, which is the New Orleans Classic, right? Hey, it's $500,000. It's a grade 2 race on the dirt, a mile and 1/8 for 4-year-olds and up, a field of 8. And I just love a couple horses in here, and I'm going to do, I got a long shot play in here. I want to play a long shot in here. And it's really hard. I wish both of these horses wasn't in the race. But the number 5 horse, Rattle and Roll. No, he didn't come in here with a McPeak horse. Hey, the number 5 horse, Rattle and Roll. I get it. I know Art Collector and West Will Power is in the race. 2 and 3, respectfully. But I kept looking at the race, and again, I know the likely winners of the race, the number 2 Art Collector and the number 3 West Will Power at 2-1. So they're 8-5 and 2-1. Okay, you don't need to be a rocket scientist to find those 2 horses. But as I looked at this race, I looked at Rattle and Roll. This is a horse has 5 wins from 14 starts, 1/3 and 1/2. He's a millionaire. He's making his 4-year-old debut. There he goes again. Y'all know how I feel about 4-year-old debuts or horses off of a beautiful 3-year-old line. I said it once, I say it again. You get me a nice 2-year-old that makes his 3-year-old campaign and his 2-year-old lines were good, man, I'm all in. You get me a nice 4-year-old that's making his debut off of a beautiful 3-year-old line, that's good. And that's what you have in Rattle and Roll. This here 4-year-old making his debut off of a beautiful, beautiful 3-year-old line. 5 wins from 14 starts. You can't shake no sticks. $1 million. You got McPeak and McPeak consulting firm doing all the conditioning, pushing the buttons. And you got Brian Hernandez, his boy in the arms. And Rattle and Roll is 10-1. Where do I get to bet a 10-1? That's a 4-year-old who's been away for 141 days from last raced in November at Keeneland on Breeders' Cup weekend. So this 4-year-old should be bigger, stronger, and faster. Speed figures are okay. The horse is by Connect on the back end grand sire, Johannesburg. What's the word, Johannesburg, right? Little Gil Scott Heron there. But again, the last race that this horse ran as a 3-year-old was November 4th at beautiful Keeneland, and he ran 4th by 13 behind Next, who is a very, very nice horse. That was the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance Stakes, okay? It was 9-5. It looked like the horse had a little trouble, went a little wide with Brian Hernandez. But 2 back over at Remington Park on September 25th, the horse won the Oklahoma Derby, right? Won the Oklahoma Derby that day on September 25th for $400,000. Brian Hernandez was in the arms, earned a beautiful speed figure. They ran him one more time and then turned him out in November. Now back in 141 days, making the 4-year-old debut. I see a string of bullets and workouts down there. Why wouldn't Rattle and Roll run? Why wouldn't this 4-year-old give a good account of himself? And at 10-1, he's got to have to run to beat some of these old, hard-hitting horses like Art Collector and West Will Power for sure. Okay, but again, at 10 to 1, I will make him my long shot play in here and see how they do for sure. It's going to be my top pick, and it's going to be my long shot play to upset the two favorites in here, which you don't need me to give you. You know, Art Collector, obviously, trained by my guy, Billy Mott. I don't need an excuse to bet Billy Mott. You all know that. But again, we're going to give Rattle and Roll a chance at 10 to 1, square price, 4-year-old making his debut. And the second horse in here that I'm just head over heels about is the number 8 horse. I don't really like to be far outside. That's the furthest I like to go outside. Do it anyway. But the number 8 horse, Pioneer of Medina. Well, listen, this 4-year-old Pioneer of Medina has won 4 races from 12 starts, 2 seconds and 2/3 for almost $500,000 by Pioneer of the Nile. Hey, you can't shake no stick. It's Todd Pletcher. Yeah, listen, the man in the Italian suits. Pletcher with a plethora of what? Horses. And he's got Luis Saez in the arms. I said it once, I said it again. Luis Saez is sitting on a huge day on Saturday at the Fairgrounds, folks. In the last 4 or 5 races, all the stake races, he's got good stock. He's got good contenders in here. Keep an eye on my guy, Luis Saez, the best jock in the country, in my humble opinion. But again, Pioneer of the Nile is 9 to 2 on the morning line, comes out of the mine shaft where he made his 4-year-old debut off of a 49-day layoff on February 18th, grade 3, won the race by a head. It was $250,000 at 1.16 miles. Now the horse is back in 5 weeks, 35 days. Saez was up that day. Saez has been up the last 4 or 5 times, earned a beautiful speed figure, and this is his second race off the layoff. Why wouldn't Pioneer, I love the pace numbers. Why wouldn't Pioneer of the Nile run? Pioneer of the Nile. Why wouldn't Pioneer, that's his daddy. Why wouldn't Pioneer of Medina run? Okay. I mean, to me, and 9 to 2. So I like Pioneer of Medina for sure. I like my long shot play here, Rattle and Roll, to pick them up and roll and rattle, shake, rattle and roll, and I like Pioneer of Medina. So those are going to be my top 2 picks. Now, our third pick, well, of course, we're going to have to go inside to the number 3 horse, West Will Power. Well, again, it's Brad Cox and his band of merry horses. The number 3 horse is 2 to 1, rightly so. 5 wins from 14 starts, 7 seconds. A bit of a bridesmaid, but it's only 14 starts. The horse hit the board 12 out of the 14 starts. Let me see you shake a stick at that. The horse has been in the exacta 12 times of the 14 he's ever run. So how can you knock West Will Power? You can't. Comes out of the Razorback behind my big horse, Last Samurai. The old Samurai ran him over with Joel Rosario in the arm, but Joel is off today and Flavian Pratt is up. I don't think that helps West Will Power for sure in here. I mean, Joel Rosario's off, okay, and Flavian Pratt's up. Well, yeah. Not for me, but again, he's a hard-hitting horse. Brad Cox is clicking at 25%. Him and Brad together, it's actually 41%. So maybe I'm overstating, and I'm not a big Flavian Pratt guy. Everybody on the channel knows that. The horse was second in the Grade 1 Clark behind Proxy, and then he won a stake race back there in October, the Fayette Stakes. So again, West Will Power needs no introduction by me. 12 times of 14 in the exacta. Hello, 2 to 1. Okay, obviously Gary and Mary West as well. Hey, this 6-year-old can flat out run. Okay, so it'll be my third pick in here, and one of the 2 horses to beat for sure. And the other horse to beat in here, of course, is Art Collector. Well, the 6-year-old has 11 wins from 21 starts. That's 51% or better by Bernardini, and he's trained by my guy, the Hall of Famer. That's right, it's Billy Mott. You know, nobody does it better than him. He is the morning line favorite, Art Collector at 8 to 5. Like I said, 11 wins from 21 starts, 1 second. For $3.9 million? I mean, what are you going to say? Art Collector is a hard hitter, right? This 6-year-old can flat out get it done. And when you got Billy Mott calling the signals for you, yo, all is well. And we got the stable boy in the arms, Alvarado. So again, making second race off of the layoff, coming out of the World Cup Pegasus Stakes, where the horse won the race and beat the Funded and Stiletto Boy back in 56 days, well rested, right? See Billy Mott, right? Plenty of time in between races. See, Billy Ma. So obviously the number 2 Art Collector, hey, is going to be very, very tough in here. Of course, comes with a beautiful speed figure, and of course the number 3 horse, West Will Power. I think both of those horses are going to be hard to beat, and they will have to. But we're going to try to get around them with some value in here for sure. So in the New Orleans Stakes, we laid it out clear, fast, and in a hurry. We've identified the likely winners and the horses to beat. We're going to take a little stand against them a little bit and try to create a little more value than 8-5 and 2-1. We're going to go inside to our long shot play, Rattle and Roll, right? The number 5 McPeak at 10-1. Hello, right? I'm going to be using him, and I just flat out love Pioneer of Medina. At 9-2, I got great value in my 2 top picks, knowing who the likely winners is in this race, the number 3 and 2. So for us, it's the number 5 Rattle and Roll. Pioneer of Medina is our second, the number 8. The number 3 horse is our third pick, with the understanding he is a likely winner of the race, and the number 2 Art Collector, who is the other likely winner. The 2 favorites are very, very strong here. We're going to try to get around them with Rattle and Roll and Pioneer of Medina. 5, 8, 3, 2 in that order. Let me know what you think, okay? We're trying to create some value in here. We don't want 2-1 and 8-5 to run 1-2. What am I going to do with that other than rooting the race? 5, 8, 3, 2. We're going to try to get Rattle and Roll at 10-1 and 9-2 Pioneer of Medina to have a big race. I'll be using them in my pick 4, pick 5s, pick anything horizontally. Stay classy, y'all. There it is. 5, 8, 3, 2. In that order. Stay classy in all that you do.